Welcome back to Ultra Prime Selections. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You need to hear this if you're a nature enthusiast. Have you ever felt the urge to break free, to ditch the daily grind, and embrace a life of true independence? That's the call of the wild, my friends. It's about taking control of your destiny, relying on your own skills, and living in harmony with nature. Off-grid living is more than a lifestyle. It's a statement. It's about saying, I can provide for myself. I'm prepared for anything. In a world that's increasingly uncertain, that kind of self-reliance is more valuable than gold. But it's not just about survival. It's about sustainability too. Reducing your reliance on external systems means lessening your impact on the planet. You're living in a way that respects the earth and its resources. So, if you're ready to answer the call of the wild, to embrace the challenge and the rewards of off-grid living, then listen up. I'm going to share the essential knowledge and skills you need to thrive in the great outdoors. Before you even think about building your dream cabin in the woods, you need a plan. Off-grid living requires careful preparation and a deep understanding of the essentials. First and foremost, you need a shelter. This is your haven, your protection from the elements. We'll delve into the specifics of building or acquiring a secure shelter later, but for now, remember that durability and weather resistance are key. Next, you need to secure a reliable source of water. Water is life, and in the wild, you can't afford to take it for granted. We'll discuss various water acquisition methods, from collecting rainwater to finding natural springs. Food, of course, is another crucial element. We'll explore sustainable gardening techniques, livestock management, and food preservation methods to ensure you have a steady supply of nourishment. And finally, we'll cover the essential skills and tools you'll need to survive and thrive in your off-grid environment. This includes everything from basic first aid and fire starting to tool maintenance and repair. Out here in the wild, shelter is non-negotiable. It's your first line of defense against the elements, your safe haven from the storms. Building or acquiring a solid, reliable shelter is paramount to your off-grid success. Now you have options. You could build from scratch using natural materials like wood and stone. This takes time, sweat, and a good understanding of building techniques, but it's incredibly rewarding. Alternatively, you might consider a prefabricated structure like a yurt or a tiny home. These offer quicker assembly and can be surprisingly comfortable. The key is to choose a structure that suits your needs and the climate you'll be living in. Remember, size isn't everything. A smaller, well-insulated dwelling is easier to heat and cool, requiring less energy overall. Consider a design with a loft or a second story to maximize space without expanding your footprint. Choosing the right location for your off-grid homestead is crucial. It's not just about finding a beautiful view, it's about access to essential resources and long-term sustainability. Water is your lifeline. Ideally, your property should have a reliable source of fresh water, like a spring, stream, or well. If not, you'll need to factor in rainwater harvesting systems. Next, consider the lay of the land. South-facing slopes receive more sunlight, ideal for passive solar heating and gardening. Look for natural windbreaks, like trees or hills, to protect your shelter from harsh winds. Accessibility is another important factor. How will you reach your property? Is it accessible year-round, or are there seasonal limitations? You'll also want to consider proximity to resources like firewood, building materials, and potential foraging areas. Section 3. Designing for self-sufficiency, sustainability in every detail. When designing your off-grid home, sustainability should be at the forefront of your mind. Every decision, from the materials you use to the layout of your space, can impact your self-sufficiency. Let's talk energy. Solar panels are a fantastic way to generate your own electricity, while a wood-burning stove can provide heat and cooking fuel. Consider a backup generator for those cloudy days or emergencies. Water conservation is equally important. Install low-flow fixtures, collect rainwater for irrigation, and consider a composting toilet system to reduce water usage. Think about insulation. A well-insulated home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer, reducing your reliance on heating and cooling systems. Use natural materials like straw bales or recycled denim insulation for a sustainable approach. Remember, off-grid living is about working with nature, not against it. By designing your home with sustainability in mind, you're creating a harmonious and resilient lifestyle that respects the environment. Section 1. The lifeline of the land, securing your water supply. Out here, water is more than just a drink, it's lifeblood. It sustains you, nourishes your crops, and keeps your off-grid dreams alive. Securing a reliable water source is absolutely paramount to your survival. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a spring or a stream running through your property, consider yourself blessed. But even then, it's essential to test the water quality and implement filtration systems if necessary. For many off-gridders, wells are the way to go. These involve drilling deep into the ground to tap into underground aquifers. While it requires an initial investment, a well can provide a consistent year-round water supply. Don't underestimate the power of rainwater harvesting. Even in drier climates, collecting rainwater from your roof can significantly supplement your water supply. Just make sure your collection system is clean and free from contaminants. Section 2. From source to sip, purifying your water for safety. Here's a hard truth: just because water looks clean doesn't mean it is. Hidden dangers like bacteria, viruses, and parasites can lurk unseen, posing serious health risks. Water purification is non-negotiable. Boiling is your most basic defense. Bringing water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute kills most common pathogens. It's simple, effective, and requires minimal equipment. Water filters are another excellent option, especially for on-the-go purification. Look for filters with a high micron rating, capable of removing even the smallest microorganisms. Gravity filters and pump filters are both viable choices for long-term storage or emergency situations. Consider water purification tablets or drops. These utilize chemicals like chlorine dioxide to neutralize harmful bacteria and viruses, making water safe for consumption. Every drop counts, mastering the art of water conservation. In the world of off-grid living, water is a precious resource not to be taken for granted. Mastering the art of water conservation is essential for long-term sustainability. Let's start with the obvious. Fix any leaks. A dripping faucet or a leaky pipe might seem minor, but it can waste thousands of gallons of water over time. Regularly inspect your plumbing and repair any leaks promptly. Install low-flow fixtures in your home. Low-flow shower heads and faucets use significantly less water than their conventional counterparts without sacrificing performance. Every drop saved adds up. Consider a grey water system. Grey water is the gently used water from your sinks, showers, and laundry. Instead of sending it down the drain, collect and filter it for non-potable uses like irrigation. Think twice before reaching for that hose. Use a broom instead of a hose to clean outdoor surfaces. Water your garden in the early morning or evening to minimize evaporation. Small changes make a big difference. From ground to grub, sustainable gardening for self-sufficiency. Out here, we respect the land. We work with it, not against it. And when it comes to food, there's no better way to do that than by growing your own. Sustainable gardening is the heart and soul of off-grid living. Forget those sprawling fields. You don't need acres to feed yourself. Raised beds are your friends. They maximize space, improve drainage, and make tending your crops a breeze. Plus, you can build them to any size or shape to fit your needs. Now, let's talk soil. This isn't your average garden center dirt. We're talking nutrient-rich living soil teeming with beneficial microbes. Compost is your secret weapon here. Start composting your food scraps, yard waste, and even those shredded newspapers. Diversity is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, or in this case, your seeds in one bed. Plant a variety of vegetables, herbs, and even fruit trees if your climate allows. This ensures you'll have a steady supply of fresh produce throughout the growing season. Feathered and four-legged providers. Livestock for the off-grid homestead. For many off-gridders, livestock isn't just about putting food on the table. It's about building a symbiotic relationship with the land and its creatures. It's about respecting the animals that provide for us. Chickens are a great place to start. They're relatively easy to care for, provide fresh eggs, and their manure is a valuable fertilizer for your garden. Just make sure they have a secure coop to protect them from predators. Goats are another excellent option. They're browsers, not grazers, meaning they prefer weeds and brush over grass. They provide milk that can be drunk fresh, made into cheese, or even used to make soap. Rabbits are a good choice for smaller homesteads. They reproduce quickly, require minimal space, and their meat is a lean source of protein. Plus, their droppings make excellent fertilizer. Remember, livestock requires commitment. You need to provide them with food, water, shelter, and health care. But the rewards in terms of food security and self-sufficiency are well worth the effort. In the off-grid world, we celebrate the rhythm of the seasons. We savor the harvest, but winter is coming. That's where food preservation comes in. Canning preserves food for months or years. Invest in a quality pressure canner. Dehydration is great for fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Use a solar dehydrator or your oven. Fermentation adds flavor and probiotics. Try sauerkraut, kimchi, or kombucha. Freezing is essential for many foods. Blanch and freeze vegetables at peak ripeness. A well-stocked pantry is your safety net. It's the difference between abundance and scarcity. Out here, your skills are your lifeline. They're the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Master the fundamentals. First aid is non-negotiable. You're your own first responder. Learn to treat cuts, burns, sprains, and fractures. Familiarize yourself with common wilderness ailments. A well-stocked first aid kit is essential. Navigation is crucial. Read a map, use a compass, and navigate by stars. Don't rely solely on GPS. Technology can fail. Shelter building is about creating temporary shelter. Learn to build a debris hut, snow cave, or tarp shelter. These skills build confidence. They empower you to face challenges with courage and resourcefulness. The dance of the flames. Fire starting and fire management. Fire, it's primal, it's powerful. It can provide warmth, cook your food, purify your water, and keep predators at bay. But mishandled, it can also be incredibly destructive. Mastering fire is an essential off-grid skill. Forget those fancy lighters. Learn how to start a fire using primitive methods. Friction fire methods like the bow drill or hand drill take practice, but are incredibly rewarding. Once you've sparked that ember, knowing how to nurture it into a roaring flame is key. Tinder is your friend. Collect dry, flammable materials like birch bark, cedar shavings, or cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly. Build your fire in a safe location, away from overhanging branches or dry vegetation. Fire management is crucial. Know how to control the intensity of your fire by adjusting the airflow and adding fuel gradually. Never leave a fire unattended, and always have a way to extinguish it completely before you step away. Remember, fire is a tool, not a toy. Treat it with respect. Learn its nuances, and it will become your steadfast companion in the wilderness. Tools of the trade: maintenance and repair for self-reliance. In the off-grid world, your tools are extensions of your hands. They're the instruments that allow you to build, cultivate, and thrive. But a dull axe or a broken shovel can halt your progress. Tool maintenance and repair are non-negotiable. Keep your tools clean and dry. Oil metal parts to prevent rust. Sharpen your tools regularly. A sharp tool is a safe tool. Learn common repairs. Replace broken handles. Patch holes in buckets. Invest in quality tools. They last longer and perform better. Look for durable materials. Self-reliance is knowing how to maintain your tools. Take pride in your craft. Ensure your tools are always ready to tackle any challenge. Embrace the challenge, reap the rewards. The off-grid life awaits. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From the foundations of shelter and the lifeblood of water to the sustenance of food and the mastery of essential skills, we've delved into the core principles of off-grid living. Remember that image of the solitary cabin nestled amidst the grandeur of nature? It's a powerful symbol of self-reliance, of a life lived on your own terms, in harmony with the natural world. It's a life that demands resilience, ingenuity, and a deep respect for the resources we often take for granted. But let me tell you, the rewards are immeasurable. The sense of accomplishment as you build your own shelter, the satisfaction of harvesting food you've grown yourself, the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can provide for yourself and your loved ones. These are the treasures of the off-grid life. It's not always easy, mind you. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments when you question your sanity. But it's in those moments when you push beyond your comfort zone that you discover the true extent of your capabilities. Your adventure starts now. Take the first steps towards self-sufficiency. You don't need to disappear into the wilderness overnight to embrace the off-grid ethos. Self-sufficiency is a journey, not a destination. Start small. Learn to grow your own herbs, build a fire, or master a new skill. Connect with others, join forums, attend workshops. Never stop learning. Read, watch, experiment. The off-grid life awaits. Your adventure starts now. We appreciate your support in helping us reach a wider audience. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos.